Hi Swati, welcome to Global Influencers Hub. Here we talk about the life journeys of social media influencers, and we cannot wait to deep dive into yours to learn more about you. Here we start right from your childhood. So tell us about how Swati was as a child.
Yeah, thank you so much, Devika. So thank you so much for giving this opportunity here. So talking about myself, as a child, I was not very mischievous, but I was more of a responsible child because we are four kids, so I am the eldest one. So definitely there was some responsibility taking care of my sisters and my brother. So yeah, more of a responsible child
So
and
more the calm person, and the responsible one, basically,
yeah,
given
the
that
motherly.
the motherly figure. Wonderful. Even I'm the eldest one, so I can completely relate to that as well.
Oh, wow, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
then after that, tell us about your schooling. What happened?
So child was definitely was not that easy for us because I come from remote village background. So getting a basic education was also very difficult for us. So I'll not believe if I said that even we had to walk 4 to 5 kilometers to go to our schooling. Sometimes if we miss that
Wow.
one single bus that comes to our village, and if we miss that bus, we have to wait for next another 2 hours. So either wait for 2 hours or walk for 4 to 5 kilometers. So
Wow,
that.
wow. Okay. All
So,
right.
so yes, so it was hard, but yeah, thanks to my parents, like who supported us so much, that I could complete my engineering degree, and yes, it was good. Like it was adventurous. There's a lot of stories to tell my kids. Or हमारे जमाने में we used to walk and go to school. So there's a lot of stories to say.
Absolutely. So tell us some more as well. We would love to know a little more about, your favorite subject in school. फिर how did you choose engineering? कैसा हुआ? Who was your biggest influence? So tell us all about it.
Yeah, so engineering, that is what not I aimed when I was studying. Like I wanted to become a doctor. Biology
Mm.
was my favorite subject. But then I don't know what happened. Like after plus two, the result was good. But suddenly I picked engineering subject.
Mm.
I don't know. Like I had a little better ranking there. Somehow I don't know. It got changed and I ended up in engineering. So yeah, so that's something that I didn't expect. Maths was okay subject, so biology was always my favorite. So yeah, something unexpected changed, and I became an engineer, and then landed up in a corporate job, and now back to content creation. Again,
Wonderful. So how was the corporate journey?
it's good. It's lot of ups and downs because I do not have a family support here, but I still manage to work and leave my passion, continue my passion as a content creator, and yes, taking care of house. So with lots of ups and downs, it's this.
Lots of responsibility, lots of things going on. So
Yes,
who was your
yes.
biggest influence growing up?
Uh, it's definitely my mother. Because she was a working woman, but then after she got married, right, because of this village mindset that women cannot go for a job, they have to be at home taking care of kids, so she had to leave her job. But then when her family teased, started, or making fun of her, like, how will you raise your four kids, especially the three daughters? So how will you manage? So that was the only solo earner, earner actually. So it was little difficult, coming from a middle class. But then she decided to change her passion for stitching into as a profession. So she started earning through that. And yeah, every penny that she saved for our education. So that is the best gift she gave for us. So that I got my engineering degree, and my two sisters, they are doctors. So one is a surgeon too, and my brother is MTech graduate from a civil engineer background. So Yeah. So she is the biggest, inspiration for all of us, because she kept telling us, don't worry about money, dream high, work, study well, and, get into a good job, make something of your life. So, yeah, she always inspired us as a cheerleader, always, even till today.
Wow, fantastic. What a hero. Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
definitely.
Amazing. And this is such a please give my respect to her as well. That's a
Yeah.
lot that yeah, it's a huge inspiration, I would
Yes.
say.
Yes.
Now, so how did your journey as a content creator begin?
Mhm.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, again, it comes from her, because she's also a social worker. She took an opportunity to help the village women. She runs a society, welfare society, where she lets women to save some amount, and then she can even they can even take loan from there, without depending on their husbands. They can do something of from their own, so they can stand on their feet. So I've seen her doing a lot of this kind of social work. So even from childhood, I wanted, something to do something like that, and to give back to society. So when I delivered my second daughter, I thought that's a right opportunity to start my own page in Instagram, where I can talk about all the difficulties that I've gone through as a first time mom, be it a postpartum depression, or manage getting back to work, after post delivery, like how to manage work and office and the house without uh, support, family support. Lot of things like meal tantrums, raising a child, sending my child at 11th month to a daycare, lot of things. So I wanted to share, and that's why I started my page yours.saki. So Saki means a friend. So I wanted to be that friend, to new moms, where they can feel, they can connect easily, and they know that they're never judged, and they can share, and where I can also give my share my experience, and guide them how to in their parenting journey, make a little easier for them. So that's how it started.
Wow. So it was not really, was there a specific incident that triggered that you thought that, you know what, I need to now start, this is my calling? Was there something like that, or it was like a gradual thing that you got into it after, your mom has inspired and like something like that? Or ऐसे कोई इंसिडेंट था कि मुझे शुरू करना है? नहीं.
No, like it took some time, because I was little hesitant. I
Hmm.
was not sure how it will go, but I wanted a platform where I could share my experiences, because I struggled with the postpartum depression. Whether to choose formula, or to go with the breastfeeding, or with the meal tantrums. Lot of things that I struggled with, the screen timings, and then managing house, office and house. That was a main challenge for me. So
You.
I wanted to share that experience and help, because while discussing with my colleagues, so I realized that everybody goes through these situations, but nobody speaks. This I mean, people think that people will judge, right? They'll judge you being for being a bad mom. So something that, so I thought, let me have this platform where I can share all this and tell them that you're not alone, everybody goes through this. So yeah, that's when it started.
Fantastic. So what was your first video like?
First video, I think uh, I had shooted about my pregnancy journeys. Like I was following Garbha Samskara methods and all, but I had no courage to post during that time. So I posted after our delivery. So it was more of related to positive pregnancy and
Hmm.
those videos.
Oh, cool. And how were they received by the people? Like, what was the feedback like?
Uh, Initially, I think it took a lot of time to grow in Instagram. So for my initial videos, it was okay kind of response only. So my page actually grew when I started, meals for my child. So that's when unexpectedly, like, I moved from parenting to, kids friendly recipe page.
Recipes.
Because
Okay,
that's
okay.
what the DM I would always get, like, my baby is not eating anything. What should I feed her? So can you please share your experience? So what recipes to feed today? I don't know what to cook today. So that's when I started exploring for my child. So along with my child's journey, so I was sharing, and more of recipes I started sharing.
Wonderful. So now, how do you balance the recipe of the food that you're making healthy at the same time that it's loved by kids?
Two tips from my experience having two kids now. So one, with the look appearance, like how it
Um,
looks, okay, and some sneakings with the like, for example, like my kids, they love puris and rotis, plain rotis, but they will never eat with the dal or curries. So what I
mm.
used to make, add some beetroot puree, spinach puree, carrot puree, and make some colorful rotis or colorful puris and feed them. So that way, they're also very happy that they're eating puri, and I'm also very happy. Okay, some vegetable is going. So it's
Vegetable
a
also
win-win
is going
situation.
in.
So
Ha, 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 ha.
yeah. So
Okay,
yeah, and some nuts powder, sneaking is nuts powder in their meal. So that is other tip that I usually follow.
wonderful. Now, do your kids review your recipes? Like, do they say that, "Mama, acha tha, this wasn't good," or something like unexpectedly honest in an honest way?
Yeah, like all of my recipes, they usually taste, because I create different recipes. Mama, what did you do today? Wow, it looks nice. And
Uh,
also they tasted, oh, this is not nice. So both feedbacks I have received. So earlier I used to hesitate little to upload wherever I got not so good comments from them. But then my followers, they actually gave me a good feedback. Their child liked that recipe. So from then I started uploading both the recipes, whether good reviews or bad reviews. I
reviews
just
from them.
upload because there is someone who likes
Your
recipes.
bachcha to hai jisko, some there are some other kids who would like it. Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. Now, what is that one underrated kitchen hack that you would want parents to know?
Um, I would say, freezing puris. So when I say
Hmm.
puris, like curry bases. So that's something I started recently because for a rush mornings, right? Like a simple tomato onion gravy, that base that goes with most of the sabjis, right? As a base. So that is very, if you freeze that in a freezer trays and then store it in a zip locker, so you can just pop up and then put into a tadka, and immediately your base is ready. And any veggies you can just sort and make a sabji, quick sabji. So that's something I would tell fellow mommies to try. That's really very savior.
Oh, wow, wonderful. Absolutely. Now, how do you manage the variety in lunch boxes?
Varieties in lunch boxes. From my experience, I would say it definitely comes with a little prep up, like an advanced meal plan definitely helps. So I would usually dedicate my Sunday to plan what is a menu for next week, and then I do little prep up, like roasting some groundnuts and I keep it ready, and make some basic coriander and ginger garlic paste kind, so that goes with most of like quick chutney, something like that. And then some makana or poha chivdas that I make, keep ready. So these are something I can quickly use, and uh, yeah, give some varieties. or even if
Does
it's a
it
simple.
actually help you with it as well?
Yeah, even if it is a
Absolutely.
simple dosa batter, right? Like, one day I add some veggies and make, dosa, veggie uttapam.
Mm.
And then next day I add some cheese and make cheese appes. So it's the same thing,
Good.
but two different, varieties. The kids don't feel like, it is repeating.
Mm. Wonderful. Now, does someone help you with the filming and all of that? Your kids help you?
They don't help me with the shooting and all. It's my husband. He supports me, not very much, but it's mostly 80%. It's me behind the scenes, behind the camera. So, yeah.
Cool. Now, has there been a kitchen disaster while
So,
filming?
oh yes,
The oops
now,
moment.
like my daughter, right, the younger one, she's now around 2.5 year old, right? So
Okay.
once what happens? So usually I shoot when she sleeps, when she takes her afternoon nap, right? That's when I, shoot. I can peacefully shoot that time. And one day, so I was doing it in the living room because there was a nice natural light that was coming. I thought, okay, let me finish fast before she wakes up. And I just went to washroom, and when I came, I just saw all the rice, everything is spilled
Oh,
completely all
God.
on my recipes everywhere. I don't know. Suddenly she just woke up from her sleep and then she thought, okay, let me play. So that was one disaster. And yeah, there were many moments, where I have unpaused and paused the video, and then I went to attend my daughter. I came back, I continued my shooting without realizing I have unpaused, I'm not unpaused. So, and then later I realized, I'm like, oh shit, what is this? What did I do? I literally have to repeat from the start. So that I had many times I've done that.
I mean, those you can put up on stories as well, saying that, oh, I forgot, oops, unpause, not unpause.
I, seriously, that
God,
is like, that mom brain. I don't know.
I
But
know.
yeah, it was
Wonderful.
last
Wow.
time.
So, what is a typical day of your, how does a typical day in the life of Swati look like?
Typical day starts at 6:30 morning, full rush to school preparation because the 7:30 her bus comes. So
Hmm.
I'll be in the kitchen cooking breakfast, snack box, lunch box, everything prep, full busy, busy, busy. And then that 1 hour like a marathon to me, and then send it her to school. And by 8 o'clock, my younger one wakes up from sleep. So then full attention goes to her. So, but yeah, with her it is kind of little slow mornings. Like we play with her, we go for a walk down because I go in a second shift. So I go to office from 12 to 10. So I'll not get in my second half to spend with my kids. So morning I'll spend little with my younger one. So I'll dedicate 1 hour time with her. And then, yeah, lunch preparation. By that time, my nanny will come. So then it is my nanny and my husband who takes over, parenting duty.
Good. So, you have a good arrangement, I would say. After that, it's work and you come back and all. Okay, cool. So,
Yes.
what's a perfect Sunday for you like?
Sunday, I imagine that I will wake up that day at 9 a.m. and, relaxed Sunday morning breakfast, which doesn't happen.
Never
That
happens.
day, that day my kids will wake me at 6 o'clock. So yeah, but it is mostly like, relaxed. I'll do my shoots if I have. I'll do it on Sunday morning, the first half. And the second half mostly goes spending time with my kids and my family, like husband. We go for a walk and then spend some 1 hour, some nice movies. So we'll watch. So it's a family time, but a relaxed day.
Oh, cool, cool. Now, when you were posting reels, tell us about the first reel that went viral or like got the most views.
Uh, First reel. First reel, I think it was travel journey related. I had posted. It was a ready-made porridge mix. It was completely low light in a restaurant. We had shooted like how to use that porridge mix and make a quick 5 minutes meal. for a child. So that went viral, and I think I was around 2K that time. And because of this reel, it went around 5 million views it got, and I jumped from 2K to literally around 20K. So that was a major, jump as a content creator that I would say.
Almost like an overnight thing.
Yes, yes, overnight thing only.
Wow. That's amazing. That's fantastic. Were you using, what about the hashtags? What do you think that you did that actually took that reel?
I don't know,
Why?
maybe like parents, they were able to connect because it was around 3 years back. So I'm not sure if parents were not aware of these ready-made porridge mixes then. So this homemade porridge mixes, so they many people were able to connect actually. They can make, especially during travel, because that's when moms worry, right? What to give when for a small child when we are.
Usually, do you script your videos, or is it like go with the flow?
Uh, Mix of both, I would say. For few, I plan. I note down all the ideas, and some basic scripting I'll do so I can execute that ideas. And some with the flow. Like for example, recently I added a reel of my daughter, asking for a paneer in the midnight. So that was something I just recorded. It was so cute. So I just recorded. So no edit. I just randomly posted that. So yeah. So there are both the things, scripted ones and
And
go with the
non-scripted
flows.
one.
Yeah.
Cool. Was there a video that went viral, but you didn't think that it will go viral? Like something unexpected?
uh, This one reel, like it is a basic curd rice, but I had added cucumber in that, grated cucumber. So I called that recipe as a cucumber curd rice. I never thought that reel would hit 4 million views.
Wow!
So that is something like I never expected, people giving so much love for curd rice with a little twist
Because
of
you
adding
added
cucumber.
cucumber. You should be
Yes,
thankful to the cucumber.
yes, yes.
Wow,
Yeah.
man, that's
So that
amazing.
is yes.
Oh, very cool. So now tell us about the one parenting rule that you broke happily and never looked back.
Um, I would say the baby-led weaning that I followed for my second daughter, because people usually say, baby you have to feed babies, and mostly it should be of porridge consistency till they are 1 year old, right? So that is something I never followed. So I went with the baby-led weaning method, and I allowed her to explore food, be messy, and and then eat with her choice. Like basically, I've introduced every possible vegetables and dishes, recipes I've tried. So she even tasted pastas at 10 months. So that's something even the elder people at our home, so they were little surprised, and they were like, no, 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 you should not follow this. This is very risky. Don't go with this. You should feed only porridges, especially ragi porridges. Like should feed that more. So that is what they would advise. So that is something I never followed. So I went with BLW, and that's
Fantastic. Good. So it worked for you beautifully.
yes, yes. That is
That's
something I
good.
will never regret, and I feel that is the best decision I made that time. Giving her a chance to explore food, and she is foodie now, so she likes to explore food. So definitely no regret on that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, how do you explain screen time to your kids, or do you need to, or do they talk to you about it, given that you're on the phone quite a bit?
Yes, yes. That is something I'm still figuring out because being a content creator, so I definitely have to use the phone. I need to reply to DMs, comments, scroll for some inspiration. So that is always there. So with my elder child, so she's around 9 year old now. So she understands now that okay, mama is also not just going to office, but she's also working as a content creator. I have shown her some messages that moms, has shared with me, some appreciation, DMs or feedbacks. So I've shown her that, and telling her that mama is not just posting videos, but she's also helping the fellow moms and she's very happy seeing those messages. So she understands, okay, mama is following her passion, and she's helping other moms out there. But with the younger one, it is little difficult because she definitely do not understand. So the moment I sit with phone, she will come like, mama, I want to play something, I want to watch videos. So she will come.
Yeah,
So yeah, so now like little consciously, I'm trying to avoid using phone in front of her. Like mostly, I'll use when she's napping. So I've changed, some with my schedules. I planned my schedule in such a way that whenever she's going for a park or when she's playing with her toys or somewhere, she's napping. So during that time, I use, or when she goes for a sleep, like after 10 o'clock, that's where I dedicate some time for
right. Now, is there a mom guilt you would say that comes with being a creator, content parent?
Definitely, Devika. I think mom guilt is something that will never go away.
Go
That's
away.
easily. So, yeah,
Right.
being a working mom and also, managing content creation and house. So, I'll definitely, have that guilt of not spending enough time with my
Right.
kids. Yeah. So, that's something I am still working out. Like this year, I've tried to balance out everything. Like earlier, I used to post around 4 to 5 reels every week. Now I've reduced it to just 2 to 3 reels, and that's okay for me because I need to give time to for to my kids also, right? So that's something I've learned and trying to execute, balancing out.
Good, good, very good. Now, something unexpected that you learned from your kids.
Something unexpected learned from a kid. I would say a slow life, not worry about anything, just be with them, uh, and just enjoy those silly moments with
The
them.
moments, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Almost take they almost take you back to your childhood as well.
yes, yes,
You know,
definitely.
true,
Definitely.
true.
So, yeah, that's something I think with this fast paced life, busy life, that's what we have to learn from our kids to slow
Absolutely,
down a bit.
absolutely, absolutely. Now I'll go back again to your social media. So
Okay.
tell us about the DMs that you receive from fellow moms. Like what kind of DMs, and a few of them that you really, still they stand out on your mind.
Stand out on my minds, that will be appreciation, those DMs like, I tried your this recipe today, my kids loved it. So those are something I always look forward to read. So yes, and yeah, mostly I get DMs on recipes like, ma'am, please share more recipes. Now I'm getting requests because it's a school started, right? So some lunch
Right,
box
right,
ideas,
right,
quick
right.
snack box ideas. So those are things. Yeah, it keeps changing. Like a few will ask for parenting suggestions, advices.
Do your followers, how do you respond to suppose someone has disagreed to your parenting style or to your tips? Has that happened to you?
Yes, it definitely happened because each one's parenting style is different, and
Different, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
and yeah, there are people who will not agree with that. I would simply say to them, like, never compare, because what worked for me may not work for you, or other way
Absolutely.
around. Yeah.
Correct, correct.
Yeah, so yeah, don't compare or never criticize no other moms, because we never know like what they have been through, right? So never judge anyone. So that
Hmm.
is a simple message I give to my followers.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, a parenting moment that you'll never forget.
Parenting moment I'll never forget. Uh, so there's one incident, it happened with my elder child. So earlier she had issues like, I'm spending more time on phone because I'm doing a lot of videos, and I'm always online with my content creation. But one day she comes and she hugs me and she says, Mama, I'm very proud of you. I said, why are you saying this suddenly? All of a sudden, why are you saying this? So she's like, my friend's mom told me that, how is she managing everything with office and, house and kids? She's, cooking lot of, delicious food for you all. How she's managing. It's really nice, to know about your mom. So that's what she told. And she was very happy. So that's why she came and she hugged me and she felt very proud of me. So that's
Oh,
something that, that I'll always cherish that moments, and because even I got inspired from my mom, so I know that I'm like, given that, right example for my child to get inspired that, thing. So,
she's seeing you managing so many roles and doing it well, the responsibilities. Of course,
yes.
absolutely. Now, if your content can reach the world, what is that one message that you want every new mother to know?
I would say motherhood will never make you weak. So it will give you more opportunities. So you just have to identify and grab that opportunity and never compare yourself with any other fellow moms, because you are more than enough for your child. So, yeah, never compare and go with, you can always pursue your passion and never make, motherhood as an excuse.
Absolutely,
Mhm.
completely. In fact, I feel that's an inspiration
Yes, yes.
because I myself derive so much inspiration from my child as well. So I think motherhood absolutely is an inspiration as well.
Yes.
Becomes an inspiration. Yeah,
Right. And also being like creator, like, I've been in touch with a lot of mom entrepreneurs actually. So, mothers who are sitting at home and, get, finding that opportunity to have their own business. So there's a lot of opportunity. We just have to find that and, continue.
absolutely. 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 Now, one thing that has changed you as a person when you started being a content creator.
Uh, the content creation journey, it has helped me to come out of my comfort zone. So earlier I was very comfortable. I would never try new things. I was little shy bunny, I would say. So, but yes, after I became a creator, so I'm literally coming out of that comfort zone, trying to explore new things and mostly like, trying to know my own abilities, what best I
Absolutely.
can, what
So
best I
well
can
said.
do.
Absolutely. Yeah, true,
Yes.
true, true.
So that is something I learned being a content creator. So it gave me more confidence, I would say. I was not that confident earlier, but now the confidence that I've gained, after interacting with so many people and having, I would say, as my own brand that I'm trying to grow. So a lot of things has changed.
Fantastic. Now, what about motherhood? How has that changed you?
um, I would say I was never like it gave me more patience level. I never knew that I had that much of patience in me.
Patience. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that is something it definitely changed after I became a mother and multitasking.
Oh my God, yeah.
So yes.
A dream location that you'd love to film.
Location.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, I would always wanted to visit Italy. So yeah, that is one family trip that I am dreaming of to go to Italy and explore the sites and explore the local cuisines and yeah, with my kids and make some nice memories.
Cool. So, what's your plan for the next 5 years? Where do you see this evolving to?
Next 5 years. So yes, so I started with the intention to share more of my parenting journey, but somewhere it went to sharing more of recipe videos. So I think next 5 years I would want my platform to share more of parenting related, empowering mothers. than just dedicated to only page
Right.
for the recipes. So that's something I'm aiming, and maybe probably some cookbooks or workshops, or even I'm planning to do some YouTube series. So that's something
Fantastic.
in my list. So I would want to work on that.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now let's jump to some rapid fire.
Rapid fire. Okay.
Instagram or Pinterest for ideas.
Instagram.
If your life was a dish, what would it be called?
Paneer butter masala.
Nice. Last voice note you sent, what was that about?
I don't use voice notes. I think that's something I need to start now. It will save a lot of my
So
times.
a lot of my,
I'm
a
still
lot of your typing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm such a voice note person.
okay.
Such a voice note
Nice.
person. Yeah. A lot of times my friends or family would say like, why do you leave voice notes all the time? I mean, we are not able to hear it at times. Like, when it's convenient.
Yes.
Just record, yeah. Messy bun or all out glam?
Always on a messy bun.
One recipe that your kids ask for a repeat.
Uh, Pasta recipe. So broccoli, cheese broccoli pasta is their favorite.
Oh, cool. Wow. At least broccoli is there. So you should be very happy. You should
Yes.
be like super. Sorry. What's your guilty pleasure snack?
Uh, French fries
Ah, nice.
and
I'm
lace.
they're not hearing this. And they'll be like, oh, mom, that's French fries. A creator you secretly admire but haven't told the person yet.
I have one creator that I follow. She's Nitya Hegde. Fine Fritter Cockroach is her page name. So I love her recipes.
Mm.
She creates both modern and traditional recipes, and the way she shoots and everything is just wow. So that's something I always inspired from her page.
So
And I've never told her.
is there a go-to song that you have while cooking?
No particular song kind. I'll just hum la 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 la. That's it.
Dancing while cooking.
Yes.
Cool. Last thing you ordered online and that you didn't really need, just for the sake of it.
Uh, I think I recently ordered. What was that? I ordered something. My husband actually scolded me for that. You simply order and never use it. One second.
Yeah. If you had one extra hour in a day, what would you do with that?
I would spend more time with my kids.
Yeah, with your kids, of course. A place you'd love to travel with your kids.
Yeah, Italy is on top of the list.
Yeah,
So
on the
that's
list, yeah.
something I would love.
Funniest thing that your child told you recently.
Funniest thing, your dance steps are very horrible.
You should say, I'm trying to dance like you.
These Gen Z generations, it's very
Oh, this
difficult to match up to.
is very,
Yes,
very
yes.
difficult. Yeah, yeah.
Mama, you
So
don't know this.
I know, I know. Exactly. Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, that I
Shooting or
definitely
editing?
learned.
Shooting or editing?
Editing.
Editing. Oh, wow. Very cool. So if you would not be doing content creation now, what would it be?
My 9 to 5 job, full time. I think I would try to do something more over there.
Good. Cool. Chopping veggies or editing videos?
I think chopping veggies is easier.
Home decor. Are you minimalist or more?
Minimalist. Because
Minimalist.
at the end of the day, I only need to, do the dusting.
Clean
So,
it, clean and make sure that everything is fine. Yeah.
yeah, keep
What's that
minimalist.
one brand you'd love to collaborate with?
One brand I would love to collaborate. There are many actually, but on top of my mind would be the burner, the kitchen cookware. So that is
Mhm.
something I use, and I would like to get that collab opportunity from them.
Oh, cool. Very cool. How do you relax?
Relax. Yoga. I do yoga, 1 hour yoga on weekend. So that's my way to relax myself. Other than that, I actually love cooking. So that is my another way, stress
Therapy, therapy,
reliever. So I
absolutely.
love to cook
You,
and
I
yeah,
would say.
and
Yeah,
feed.
yeah.
Yeah. So when someone says like, like especially my husband, so when they give that compliments, this is very nice. And he say, Mama, this is very nice. So I'll be like, wow.
Of
Nice.
course.
Yeah.
So, one word to describe your journey from Swati to Supermom.
One word would be transformation, like, from shy bunny to, voicing out and coming in front of camera. So that transformation that I've seen.
Oh, very cool. And finally, if your life was a movie, what would the title be?
Hmm, I think it will be Mission Impossible by Mom.
Very cool. I like that. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I think, Swati, it was such a brilliant conversation that you and I had. I really enjoyed the conversation. I think I've pretty much covered everything. In case my team needs more information or videos or anything like that, we would definitely reach out to you. We are also coming up with more functionalities of Global Influencers Hub, which I think, since you mentioned about courses and other
Mhm.
stuff, we will definitely keep you in the loop of things as well. Our features are increasing. I would
Okay.
love to know how you like talking to us.
It was really wonderful, Devika. Again, this is something, coming out of my comfort zone and talking.
Oh,
Something that, yeah, so I'm really grateful for this opportunity. So you never, made me feel uneasy. So it was really very lovely, talking to a friend. So it was
absolutely.
good. It is a really, good opportunity. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All the best for everything in life.
Yeah, thank you so much. Wish you the same.
Bye bye.
Yeah, bye bye. Bye, Devika. Bye.